This angle is really, really strange. The beginning of my filming journey begins now. It is May 5th. Happy Cinco de Mayo. It's not Mexican Independence Day. But the weather is really nice today, so I'm wearing a little dress. The camera I have is like for portrait photography. I'm using like my Nikon D5300, so like it's really nice quality because it gives you like a really beautiful bokeh effect and whatever. But in terms of, I think, what I'm going to start using it for now, it's kind of tough. Like you can't really see like the rest of the space, which I think I would prefer, but yeah. I struggle because I have ADHD, and because I'm on leave, I don't have like a clear schedule anymore, and I was like, oh, really excited to not be burnt out, which was nice to be able to rest. But now I'm at like the opposite end of the spectrum where you only have 24 hours in the day, and I honestly believe time is the most valuable resource you have. So not being able to like maximize my time effectively is like very stressful to me, because I think my brain has been broken by the like productivity, like that girl concept that's been like shoved down our throats. So I'm like finally, like when I was in college, I remember there was a time where I was like, I do not ever want to rest. Like there is no need for rest in my life. Like I am a machine. I can just go. Thankfully, I've grown out of that phase. Thankful for corporate America to burn that out of my system. I really think once you stop down and like actually look at how your life is going, you get a lot of clarity. But right now I'm working on a tattoo portfolio. This is kind of weird because I'm just like standing here. The camera angle, I need to figure this out. The apartment is so small too. I don't know if you guys have been to New York apartment, but it is tiny, and for like a normal person, not like influencer, for a normal person, we have like a lot of space. So I'm already just like, how the fuck do I do this? Anyways. I'm picking up my food later. I'll show you my outfit later. I'm wearing like fucking leg warmers as arm warmers. A classic repurposing move. I talked about this in a video I filmed yesterday, but then I was out of focus, so I'll do it again because it's out of focus, so I can't use it. Essentially, I have 2 months off. Probably not 2 months now, like 1.5 months now. And I have finally, after years, come to the realization that I actually want to be a tattoo artist, not a career that Asians can like brag about, like consulting or being a doctor or going into, you know, it's not like a traditional path. I started in consulting and it really burned me out. And so I had like quarter-life crisis that led me to this moment. I'm also applying for like sustainability jobs on the side, just as like so that way I can support myself while I'm apprenticing, because usually you're unpaid in those situations. That's kind of the overview. So I minored in studio art when I was in college, and I've like just been drawing and painting and doing random shit on my own time. But I've only taken like the 3 or 4 classes in college And the thing about that is because I drank the consulting Kool-Aid, it always was never higher on my priority list than consulting was, which means I never fully invested all the time that I should have in it. Yeah, so I'm like a step above like self-trained. So there's like some imposter syndrome I have there. Anyways, it just takes time and effort, which I'm putting in now. But I want to make sure I have like 10 solid pieces for a portfolio before I go into any place like asking to apprentice. That's kind of how it works. In New York, a lot of people are also self-trained as well, but I think I prefer the regular model. Like, I would like the idea of finding a community where I can grow a part of. I think self-trained would be a lot harder. Not out of the question, but just harder. So, here are the pieces I've kind of identified so far. You're supposed to show a wide variety of your skills, and it's not like tattoo designs that you're showing in your portfolio. It's just like general art, so people can get a gauge of your skills and how you've grown, and you know, all the general good stuff, just to see if you would be a good fit as a tattoo artist in their studio. The first one I have for sure, it's this oil painting of like a field of flowers, like wildflowers, that I did for my friend right when I graduated college. It's one of the largest paintings I've done to date. And I'm actually really fucking proud of it. I love that painting a lot. I'm really glad that she has it. And that's the first one. Next oil painting I have, I'm doing a Waffle House. I'm doing Nighthawks. I'm doing a Waffle House in the style of Nighthawks for another one of my friends. I like to paint for my friends because I don't like to keep my paintings around. So it's like a win-win where I can paint and then give it away to someone. But it's basically like a part recreation of Nighthawks and a part of just like painting Waffle House from this picture I took of a Waffle House in my hometown. So that's in progress. I'm like hesitant to include it because I want to just be clear that my subject matter, like what I am really passionate about and what I would like to tattoo is like nature, like flowers, plants, things like that. Like all my tattoos I have a sternum and a hip piece that are both flowers. Like not planned, I just like really like flowers. So I'm hesitant to include that. I think it'll be good to keep in now because I don't have like anything else, but as I go throughout this process, I may switch it out for something else, tentatively, perhaps. The next one I have is the digital piece. I've been learning how to use Procreate for the first time. I'm still learning. There's probably a lot that I'm not learning, so it's taking me longer to do stuff. Part of it feels like a coloring book, and the other part feels like frustrating. It feels very corporate to me. Like, it's not bad, it just like, I'm not excited by it. So, that's fine. But again, because I need pieces, I'm gonna include it, and it's like almost done. So, it's fine. Those two, I'm like, that's my thought. Okay, and then I am going to do 2 ink, like pen type drawings. One is gonna be personified flowers. Like, I've been really, like, the Alice in Wonderland flowers have been in my mind, like, a lot. They've just been, like, surrounding me, and I want to do something with that. I don't want to do, like, a direct drawing from a scene. I kind of want to do my twist on it. I'm gonna try to figure it out, but I need to work on that. That one is not started. Another ink and pen drawing I want to do is a Chinese style, like one of those really like flowy, naturey Chinese style paintings. I think those are really beautiful, and I would like to incorporate some aspect of that. I would like to incorporate like Asian American, Chinese motifs in my tattoos if I were to start, just because as in Chinese American, it's something that as I've grown older, I've grown more drawn to, and I really kind of want to celebrate more of my culture. And I'm a sucker for some of the artists now who kind of do stuff like that. So Gentle Oriental, this one is from Gentle Oriental. I love her, and like she's a really big inspiration. So that is kind of what I'm like talking about, like the Asian motifs. And then Teddy X Tattoo, she moved out to LA, but she used to be in New York, and she did like the white rabbits and, you know, kind of the more playful side of things. So that's a ramble about that. I have like I have my first oil painting I ever did. It's a still life. It's like a stoicism still life with like a skull and like some grapes and shit like that. It's all black and white. It's nothing crazy. It's also really big. I'm including it because I think it'll be nice to see like my progress throughout, and I think it is like a true technical piece, which wasn't super refined with my first one, but I think it would be good to include. Perhaps I was thinking about doing a large portrait drawing, just like pencil and paper. This one is like another technical one to show that I can draw people. Drawing faces is how I started to get into drawing when I was like a kid in the first place, so it feels kind of like right to include that as like a part of my story, and to show that skill, because realism is important to show. Even if that's not what I'm gonna do, I think it shows that you can do other things. And then I have a plan for an oil painting for myself. I want to do a self-portrait. I've been wanting to do a self-portrait for a bit. It'll be a little scandy. Like, I think it will be a little bit nude. Not actually nude, but like tastefully suggestive. Not in like a weird way, but just like in a like this is me kind of way. So that I've not decided anything for that yet. Yeah. That's another one. And then that one's gonna be big. I want that one to be big. And then the last thing I want to show is not like drawing painting thing, but I've been making a lot of chainmail, and I've been working with silver a lot lately. So like all these necklaces I'm wearing, except for the Vivienne Westwood one. So these are all necklaces that I made. But I figured it'd be good to show some of my chainmail weaves, because it shows that I can work with my hands. And would you look at that, it's time for me to pick up my food now. So that was a little recap of my portfolio plan.
Like, is that just me or does the rice look old?
Whatever. I feel like you can tell as well. I feel like if you grew up with the rice is old. That is so disappointing. And this is the first time this has happened. I think it's because I did a pre-order instead of like ordering immediately, like when they opened instead. I was gonna like do a little like walking, talking thing when I was picking up my food, but then I realized I'm like fully, I'm not comfortable with that yet, or filming in public. Like, I like to make TikToks in my little silly outfits that I wear, and like, it is so like hard for my mind to like be like, do not care what other people think, just like record your video and then be on your way. You're never gonna see these people again. Until I get there, I will be recording from the safety and comfort of my home. And I'm eating as well. Things I need to do today. I need to finish up my stupid fucking digital drawing. I'm tired of it. I'm so sick of it. And I need to at least get started on my ink drawing. And then I think I need to probably keep working on, I probably need to keep working on my Waffle House piece. I just have such a big mental block when it comes to that. Either way, I'm going to eat my food, drink my probiotic, and make sure I'm productive. This is my accountability. I decide I do this like every other day, so like I have at least like 2 days of like clear productivity. I'm not being that productive today though. I don't really know. Anyways, I'm gonna eat my food. Went to this cute little cafe which had a massive backyard, and I was not expecting that in New York. This is Brooklyn, so it's different, but there are a lot of cafes in Brooklyn that have really lovely backyards, which I've grown to appreciate. Did some job applications to give myself like a little bit of security while I'm apprenticing, and I continue working on the digital drawing of the building. I was also watching more videos, learning more about Chinese painters from like different dynasties. My roommate Jimmy and I are going to a concert today, so I'm mustering the energy. I'm gonna eat some food too. I'm mustering the energy, my leftover food. Recommendation not to ever get this. I took this when I was eating my lunch and it gave me the worst like stomach ache I've ever had. I don't know why. It happened yesterday too. I looked at the Amazon reviews and they were equally concerning. Since I've gotten my eyelashes done, my hair bleached, I've been really lazy about makeup. And I'm gonna continue to be lazy and not put any makeup on for this concert, but
so fast, can't take you home to leave your name. Wait, I know you're on it, and I will give it up for Tyler.
Billie Eilish.
oh really?
She did Billie.
I'm filming.
Watch Miss Maisel.
Let's do it. god, yes, I didn't